Hi, I'm Luke from Helix ML, and today I'm going to show you Helix 2.0. So Helix is the only GenAI stack that can turn a single A100 GPU into a full enterprise-ready GenAI platform that enables AI agents. I'm going to show you how you can do that yourself. So if you go to our website at helix.ml, you can go to the Launchpad, and here you can see how to provision Helix deployments. You can either provision them with us, or you can provision them on your own infrastructure. So you can see here, for example, if you want to deploy onto Azure with Kubernetes, you've got all the instructions that you need to do it yourself. But I'll show you the easy GPU deployment that we have here. So we have an offer here for $5 an hour for a 2x A100 instance. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to provision one of those. So that starts up in about 30 minutes. So here's one I made earlier. We've got this 2x A100 instance here. And so now we are inside the Helix interface, and we can see those two GPUs attached here in this runner interface. So you can see here it's already pre-warmed with various Ollama and VLLM instances. So enough about the technical details, let's talk about the business value. So if you go back into the Launchpad, you can see we've got a gallery of agents that you can try yourself. So I'm going to start by showing you an exciting multi-turn agent. And everything I'm going to show you runs locally on this single machine. And that's really important to understand. No other stack gives you soup to nuts GPU scheduling all the way up to the control plane, all the way up to the models, the knowledge integration, plugging into external systems, and then also a CI/CD piece on top of that. So let's start with this multi-turn agent. So I can go ahead and deploy that to my cluster. I'm going to go ahead and substitute some models. And so now we can see we have an agent that has certain skills enabled. And so you can see we've got lots of different skills in the tool. Calculator for adding up numbers, a job vacancies API, which is an internal job vacancies API, or at least it's a demo of an internal job vacancies API. And we've also got a currency exchange rates API. And so we're going to see how we can create an agent that combines these skills together in for a useful business task. So if we go back here, we can see one of the things that this agent can do is ask the question, what's the position that candidate Marcus is applying for, and how much does he earn in euros? Now, the interesting thing about this is that the system knows that it it makes the API call to get the information about the application, but the application is in dollars. So the model then figures out that what it needs to do next is convert that dollar figure into euros. So the first tool it uses is list job vacancies, where it gets that dollar figure, but then it figures out in this sort of multi-step flow that it then needs to call another tool to get the exchange rates. And then it uses a third tool, the calculator tool, to multiply the exchange rates by the $50,000 figure, and it comes out at the correct euro figure for that. And you can see how nice and quick that was. And it's really quick because it's all running locally, there's low latency, and it's a fully dedicated deployment. So it's feeling really smooth. Right, so that's pretty cool. I'll also show you that you can go in and look at kind of all the details about all the different interactions that went into that. And if you want to kind of develop these agents and debug them, then you can go in and look at all of the requests and responses. So for example, here you can see the response back from the currency API. And then you can figure out, here for example, you can see how it's passing the expression to the calculator to do the maths. Okay, so the next agent I'm going to show you is another one here. Let's suppose that we work in a software company and we want to help our support team be more productive. So here we are going to pull in some documentation. So this is an example of knowledge, although that's commonly known as RAG for retrieval augmented generation, which is just a fancy way of saying giving your agent access to knowledge. And so if we look at what the knowledge is, in this case it's a user guide for a piece of software for making screencasts. And so if we go and figure out a question to ask, I can say, how do I trim a clip in my screencast? I'm just going to let this index quickly. It's quite a big PDF, so it takes a few seconds to index. If we look here, we can see that we're waiting for this embedding model to spin up on this runner. So this might actually be a good moment to show you that we've got this built-in GPU scheduler. So you can see on this deployment we have 2 GPUs, and we were previously running some other models on the second GPU, but we then waited for the embedding model, which is needed for the RAG system, to boot up before proceeding to do that indexing. So if we go back to the agent and we look here in the knowledge for that agent, yes, that's now finished and it's ready. So yeah, what were we going to ask? We were going to ask about, how do you configure the recording options? How do you configure the recording options? So that's going to go and look up in the support documentation the results, and then it's going to give you an accurate answer. And the interesting thing about this answer is that it also includes citations. So here you can see we've got these citations, and these citations are validated, meaning that you can click this little green button and it will take you to the exact reference. There's an exact match to configure your recording options. Do the following, and you can see the text exactly matches the citation. And this is important because, for example, we have lots of customers in finance who really care about making sure that the LLMs do not hallucinate citations when their research team are relying on them for accurate information. Cool, so that's skills and tool use, and also RAG. And the third thing I'm going to show you is something very exciting that we've just got working, which is called Vision RAG. So there's many documents in companies all over the world which are not simple text documents. So let's take a look at an example here. This is a document that I think someone made in Microsoft Word and then exported to a PDF, as people often do. But the fun thing about this document is that it's full of these tables. Now, the text is selectable, but the text in the tables is not. And the reason for that is that whoever made this document thought it would be a good idea to paste screenshots of these tables into their document. So if you pass this through a normal RAG pipeline, it will fail to get access to the information in these tables because they are just JPEGs. But what the Vision RAG pipeline does is it allows a vision language model to see the pages. And so we can ask a question like, what is the sentiment deviation lag in the energy sector? And we should see it pull out this 0.35 value. So let's go ahead and ask that. And within half a second, it's found the right page in the PDF and given you the correct answer. You can click on the PDF and it will link you straight back to the exact right page. So this is just a taste of what you can do with Helix. I'm going to record another video that shows how you can do CI/CD and test your agents and put them through a regular software and DevOps pipeline. I'm going to show you how you can integrate with Slack. and also how you can plug into Anthropic, OpenAI, and Gemini models if you want to do that, as well as running models locally on your own infrastructure. And then I'm also going to talk a bit about coding assistance and code indexing. But yeah, that's me for now. Check it out, helix.ml. And if you're interested, then please come and can drop us an email, info@helix.ml, or you can join the Discord community with the link in the footer. So yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for watching.